Alrighty, chat. Welcome. We are playing D&D tonight. I hope you all are buckled up and ready for laughing at me while I try to DM for these people. Alrighty. We are live.
Oh wait, are we going to be streaming this D&D?
I am streaming, yes.
Oh shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So here we are. We're gonna play somebody today. We're gonna have fun. I'm gonna try to come up with things as fast as possible when you don't go to what I think you're gonna do. So here we are.
Should be continuously.
Right. Alrighty. So you guys should have D&D open. The map is up of the world. If you do not know how to get to the map, it is on your character sheet at the top right. There is a like join session, I believe is what it says.
The launch game one?
Yes. It should open up a second one or second tab with the campaign map on it.
All right.
And then any maps will be on here for the time being until we upgrade to a different system.
Wait. It's not allowing me to click Belinus and then click join with this character.
Are you trying to click via the link before?
Yeah, that may be what it is.
Yeah.
So, in that case, instead of join, I should just click this and click Belinus. Haha! There we go. And then it was, where's the map?
It's like top right above hit points.
Oh, launch game?
Yeah, launch game.
Got it. All right, I'm here.
Whoops. There we go.
Hello. There we go. Jesus,
Hello.
what the fuck happened there? My
Well, you got really
anyway.
quiet.
No, it just my mic just stopped working. Like it just turned off. It was weird.
Ah.
Um
You should,
yeah, anyway.
tell it not to do that.
Yep. Mic, bad mic. Yeah. So you guys found your way to Avon Point. I'm not sure when I cut off, but here we are.
I mean, you cut off a while back.
Okay, that's great. That's fine. Honestly, it's great.
Last thing I heard was how to get into D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay. That's great. Yeah, you well you found it, so good job.
I hit launch, yeah.
Yep. Low key sounded like you were talking back to me the entire time, but we're not gonna talk
No,
about it.
I was. I said I'm in the game, and then after that, there was just nothing.
Yeah. There
Oh,
wasn't
okay. It cut off.
anything.
It cut off after that. Okay, that's fine. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys found your way to Avon Point in your different ways. And are now here. I guess we can start off with maybe your guys's names, just so stream is aware, your character names and what class you're playing, and then in a little bit we'll get into where you can describe your character a little bit more.
Well, I'll
So-
start. I am Belinith, the Sun Soul Monk.
Perfect. We'll go to Bucket next, I guess.
Name's Simon Bouquet, but people just seem to call me Bucket.
Buckets. Perfect. And then it's Ryok, right?
Ryok.
Ryok.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I am Fox. I'm playing Ryok Lightweaver, a little Owlin druid.
Perfect. All right. So you guys, you know, just kind of walking around in Avon Point. For reference, this is Avon Point. Not exactly to scale, but it gives you a good idea of what you, or where you are, rather. And the two exits. We have the we have the main gate, and then we also have a northern gate that goes out towards the Dare Forest.
Very nice.
Okay.
So you are here as you guys are. It's probably about midday, maybe just after lunch, maybe. You are all walking down the street, and you hear a scream from the alleyway of someone screaming for help. Do any of you wish to ignore that scream for help?
At this
I'm not
point, we've
gonna ignore
already
it.
all met up.
You have not quite met up. You've maybe seen each other around town. I mean, you're both randomly walking down the same street and hearing the same scream as if it was fate.
So it's
But-
kind of just busy street.
Busy
guess.
street. offside, you hear a scream. Almost intangible. Just you can tell it's a female. But like it's just a cry of like agony, and like you almost feel like you hear like run, like they're screaming at someone else to run or something maybe.
Well, I'm gonna go help out.
Probably poke my head in, but I'm not immediately gonna make an action.
It being
Oh
a
no, I'm
female
going
scream
like
would be cause
straight up.
for worry, but
Yeah.
knowing this is a bigger town, I'd know better than stick my nose into things and places where it ought not belong. So I'm minding my own business and continuing down the road.
Okay. You are allowed to do that. In the alleyway, you guys, the main road is actually on like this side, just out of view.
Okay.
And you stick your head in around the corner from over here, and you see this female elf on the ground, past, as far as you can tell, unconscious. Not moving at all.
Any other people in there other than just her?
Would you like to make a perception check?
Sure. I mean, just one moment to pull my character sheet back up. Do I just click on it on the character?
Yeah, it should be enabled to where you can roll.
Wait.
Come play with me.
I don't see. Add until next. Second browser.
Jesus Christ. That scares me
I'm on the character
literally
sheet. Whenever I
every
click on
time.
perception, it just brought it up. It didn't actually roll it.
Click on the like plus number.
Got it.
Yeah.
9.
9. Anyway, 9. 9. You do not see anyone else.
Well, I'm going up to her,
Perfect.
for I must help.
Doop-a-doo.
I'll probably like enter the alleyway, but
Oh.
I'm still hesitant.
Bonus.
I'm
You
not
need a
certain that-
character model. Doop. You're going like halfway, you said,
Yeah,
Rio?
I'll be like here. It's like not fully up, but enough to like watch.
Enough to watch. Okay, sure.
So that's what
And
you're into.
and Bucket, you said you were like kind of standing out, like still on the main fairway.
Yeah, I'm minding my own business.
Alrighty. I would like everyone to ooh, where to go? There it is. Found it. I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Already in the shit. Let's go.
Okay, let's I guess.
22.
Even me, who's outside.
Yes, because if you decide to join into the combat, then you will
Your
need an
roll's already there.
initiative. Yes.
Oh fuck! I forgot. I can't roll on this because it takes forever. I have no idea why.
You may have hardware acceleration turned off on your browser, and it may be causing issues.
Yeah. Probably the reason.
Oh.
Because I know that caused issues with Roll20 as well.
Yeah.
But the problem with Roll20 is if you have hardware acceleration on while you're playing that, it bogs down the rest of your computer no matter what you're doing.
Let's fix that.
This one doesn't seem to do that, thankfully.
Yeah, at least as bad. All right. As you are standing over her, you notice she has you do notice that she has some wounds on her. And while you're staring at those wounds, shrieking out of her shadow, you now see the form of a almost living shadow as it appears, and is going to attack you.
Wait, it had higher than 22? Or is it just surprise round?
It is technically a surprise round
Oh, okay.
because you can't really go before it if you don't know it's there.
Yeah, no, I got you now.
That fixed it.
That did
Beautiful.
fix
Yeah, thank you.
it? No
For the
problem.
longest time, I could not figure out why.
There used to be an issue with streaming video on Discord, and you had to turn off hardware acceleration, and then if you kept it off, apps like this just wouldn't work. So you probably turned it off to stream something on Discord. Anyway, sorry.
Does a 14 hit you?
14. No.
No. Okay. It reaches up and tries to like not really hit you, just like reach out and like touch you. And you just kind of shrink back just a little bit. Like what the fuck are you doing? You came out of the lady's shadow. And it misses. You may have your turn next.
My only issue here is I don't know if I could tell this thing was trying to attack me or not.
It's
But,
true. It did not damage you. You would be correct.
let me see. I know I have something.
Oops.
How dark is it in here?
This alleyway, it's not superbly dark. I mean, the sun's maybe got like another 3 hours left.
I'm still gonna cast light.
Okay.
So, wait, what is it? It's a cantrip. You touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension until the spell ends. Our object sheds a bright light for 20 feet radius and a dim light for an additional 20 feet. The light can be colored as you like. I'm just going to go with bright white. I'm going to cast it on my necklace. That way I can see what is in front of me and attacking me. If it looked just like a shadow, I'm just going to figure it was dark. I'm going to cast light to see what it is. With that being a cantrip, that's a bonus action, right?
No, it is an action unless it says bonus action.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is one action. So I'm going to cast it on my amulet. That way it just shines out like a flashlight.
All right. You do, looking at this thing, it is completely made of shadow. There's no face, there's no like legs. It is essentially like a, you can think of it as like a spooky ghost that's just like forming up from the ground. That is entirely just like almost wraith in appearance.
Ah, interesting. Well, ma'am, give me just one moment and I will attempt to get you out of here.
She
I'm gonna
does not
take a-
move.
Oh no, I'm just taking a couple steps back. And let me see.
You do still have your bonus action, so I
Yeah.
believe you should be able to. You can either punch still,
Well, I can. After you take
or
the. Oh, that's attack action. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to
Yeah.
see what my key is.
you can patient defense or step of the wind, which is
Yeah, the
disengage or
patient
dash
defense
action.
is if I do the dodge action, that just holds it until he attacks. Correct.
It's disadvantage on attack rolls against you. Yes,
Then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
until your next turn.
I'm gonna spend the key point to take the dodge. Or wait, that's an action. Oh, as a
No.
bonus action. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm
you
gonna
can
do.
do it.
Spend a key point to take dodge action as a bonus action. That way I'm good until I can actually attack.
Sounds good.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to monk.
No, you're good. And you're staying put, correct?
I am gonna move back. Or wait, you know what? I am gonna stay put. That way I don't get attack of opportunity.
Darn. Shucks. Next, you actually see at the end of the alleyway, or towards the end of the house, you actually see. Why is this not? There it goes. Let's just take it a second. Another shadow rises up, kind of like fooling, like you like now that you're shining a light like directionally in that direction, you're like, that shadow doesn't make sense. And then you see it form up into another shadow. And it moves up to here.
Okay. So wait, I created another shadow, or it just came up?
How intelligent is your
Oh no, I'm
bonus?
just confused. You're good. You're good. I'm just like, I'm thinking out loud.
Okay. Next is Ryok. Right.
Probably at this point, seeing that now there is actual shit, which is why he didn't walk up in the first place. Can he like, I don't know, wave his staff or whatever and cast infestation on
Sure.
one of the shadows?
Give them all lice.
Give them all lice.
Uh,
Absolutely. What
so,
is that? I think it's
Uh,
save, right, on my hand.
yeah, it's a con save.
Linus is about to be extremely confused because he had no idea anybody else was here.
Does a 12
Actually,
succeed?
no, it does not.
Perfect. I'm
Uh,
assuming you're doing it on the color or on the one closest to you.
yeah, the one that's on the lower rung here, the same level as Ryuk. Um, so that is a d6. Which so like all these little like mites and fleas just suddenly begin swarming around this shadow. Um, and it says the target needs to move in a direction, but I don't know if I roll that or you roll that.
I believe it's just rolled at random, right? And then it moves.
Yeah, it's rolled at random. It just doesn't tell me if I roll that or if you roll that.
You can roll it,
Sure.
or I can roll it. Either way. If you want to roll it for extra funsies, that is quite all right.
Or why not? Ooh, so that is south. So it has to move 5 feet. 5 feet south.
Boom. Perfect.
And that's kind of the end of my turn.
On seeing that, Linus is going to be extremely confused, like visibly confused, and start looking around like where the source of the cast is coming from.
Behind you, this little owlin has like his staff raised, and you can see like feathers that are ringed with flames and sparks, and some are simply like dripping with what seems like almost acid.
Yep, that's all true facts. You just get done infesting the shadow. And
As one does.
Yep, as one does, and you're feeling pretty good about it.
I'm
And
feeling like I'm
then
not going to be feeling good about it.
You feel this cold sensation, and you kind of like you're like, what is that? And you look over your shoulder as one comes up out of the shadow, almost
Fuck.
your shadow behind you.
Well,
And
okay.
attacks you. Does a 9 hit you?
No.
Beautiful. Anyway,
It doesn't hit, but Ryuk is clearly like at this point he's starting to freak out a little bit.
Yep.
Linus is just going to look back and call back and be like, "Why, thank you, small, foul creature." Just still confused, especially by what he has now seen.
Ryuk's eyes kind of glance at you, but more quickly turn back to this thing.
After that, this one forms up and comes up to here and is going to attack you, Linus.
Dodge means it has disadvantage, correct?
Correct. But it's technically stealthed, so it's just at normal. Because they don't like because it has stealth, it has advantage on the first attack.
Gotcha.
Technically, it would have double or disadvantage, but advantage and disadvantage don't stack in D&D 5e. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Perfect. And it is going to do 4 necrotic damage.
You mean 2?
And then I need you to roll a strength saving throw.
I have resistance to necrotic damage. Does that give me any kind of help with the saving throws?
It does not, because it is not. It is a second effect on the attack.
Got it.
That is not necrotic based.
19.
19. Very nice. Beautiful. So it attacks you, and you feel the necrotic damage, and you're like, haha, I was made for this. And then you feel something kind of wane at your strength, and you shrug it off. Next is Bucket. If you so decide, you may or wish to join the fight.
From where I am, would I be hearing these sounds of their skirmish going on?
Yeah, you. Well, yeah, probably. You'd at least hear him casting spells. You're not that far away. From him, you're maybe like, if you're still at like the edge, but like still like able to look down the alleyway, you're maybe 20 feet away. From Ryok. And also the shadow here. Depending on which side you were on, you would be able to see it.
Put me like over here, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So you would also be able to see this shadow attacking him.
All right. Because this wouldn't be sounding like a skirmish my character would be familiar with, so he would be a little more curious as to what's going on. And I imagine the shadow doesn't look like a particularly friendly thing, does it?
Not super particularly. It looks like a veil of just shadow. It doesn't look like it has. It looks to be some kind of creature that kind of is only intent to like either harm things or just like be around. Like there's no like face, there's no real like, there's nothing that you would expect to be on like a normal creature that was like a normal living creature.
Then I would like to use a sneak attack and just throw one of my daggers at it.
Certainly. Go ahead and roll to hit.
24
Yep, that definitely hits.
and extra 2d6 for a sneak attack.
Yes.
5 and 8. So 13.
13 is a lot of damage. It appears to still be up. It looks not as I'm trying to think of a good way to say this. It looks it definitely looks like it hurt. And
My
it
dagger
is
definitely hit something.
yes, it is. It definitely hit a tangible object, and that object definitely felt that blow.
Which one did he hit?
The one next to you.
Okay.
And not really want to bring this out to the streets. I will move a little bit closer, but still keep my distance.
Sounds good. The top of the round, it is Belenis?
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say Belinas. I don't know why. It is your turn.
Well, now that I have been threatened by them, I'm going to respond in appropriate force. Gonna go ahead and do or we're gonna go with an attack. Weird. I have a quarterstaff, but it does not show it on my sheet. It just shows unarmed strike. But it doesn't matter. I'm not going with that anyway. I'm gonna do Radiant Sunbolt.
Okay.
Which hit a 1, but that's 4 damage radiant on the one that is, or the one that actually
What was the to hit?
hit me. Oh wait, I did need to roll that.
Yeah, you
Forgot.
kind of got to hit first.
Yeah, skip
So-
the step
Also-
there.
It is-
Also at
I
disadvantage.
can almost guarantee it. At disadvantage.
Correct, because you are doing a ranged attack with a melee combatant next to you.
If I'm not mistaken, they special stacks for
The only way to get around that is to have the like crossbow expert or sharpshooter, not sharpshooter, the
Forecaster?
the same thing, but it's for fucking guns. I forget what the actual name of it is.
All right.
But a ranged attack, regardless of spell or like his dagger, or throwing his dagger, or like anything like that at range, if there's a melee combatant next to you, then it's a disadvantage
Yeah.
unless you have like the feat or whatever to not do that.
Gotcha. So I'd actually have to back up to not get the not
Correct.
get the disadvantage. All right. In that case, I would rather just hit it.
Also, it doesn't say that your starting equipment is on there.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why. Inventory start.
But I know for a fact that you start with a staff, so
Here. I'm fixing it right now. Order stuff.
yeah. And then just make sure you're on your inventory, click it and then equip.
And then inventory, quarterstaff, equip. I believe that's the equip. The little square off to the left of it, correct?
Yes.
Yep, I see it in my attacks now. Okay, so I'm just gonna swing with that then instead.
Sounds good.
A 20.
Yep, that'll hit.
And 4 damage. Hey, look, it's the same damage.
Very nice. And that is the one next
And-
to you.
Yep.
That is this one. All right, 4 damage to
Where
them.
real quick, I'm also going to.
And then you could punch it if you wanted.
I was gonna spend another key point. I was just gonna do flurry of blows.
Or you can do that and punch it twice.
So it's a 24. And do I wait? Flurry of blow. Starting in second level.
It's two attacks for your bonus action and a key point.
Okay, yeah. So
That's
the first attack is
both of those hit.
yeah,
Sir.
5 damage and 4 damage. And I should only have 1 key point left.
5 and 5 and 4. You said.
Yes. So 13 damage total.
Correct. Next is the one who got moved away. And he's going to be confused, but also come back up to you and attack you again. I'm assuming a 9 does not hit you.
Correct.
Perfect. And then this one is going to move up to attack you as well. Does 15 hit you? What's your AC?
15. Is it tie goes
15.
to attacker or defender?
Tie goes to hit.
Okay.
So he hits you. I need you to make another strength saving throw.
4. I didn't get it this time.
Okay. Oof. You take 8 necrotic.
So is that before or after resistance?
That's before resistance, so 4.
4.
And then your strength score itself is reduced by 4. So you click on your strength skill and then other modifier and then just do -4. And then click off of it and it should save.
Got it.
Next is Ryuk.
So Riot kind of saw this thing. What did you throw? Was it a dagger? It was a dagger. It was through this thing, and he's frightened now, like incredibly frightened. Is there a way he can disengage and then move?
Yes, to disengage for people who are not rogues, or key point holders, it is an action.
Okay, that's fine. So he's going to do that and move back up actually closer to this other creature. This other towards Belanos. Why can't I actually drag things?
You have to click on the token or press T and then you can grab
okay.
them.
And actually move up here. And kind of let that be his turn.
Okay. Kind of freak out as your bonus action.
Yeah.
Yep. Next is the creature that was standing next to you. However, Bucket did a load of damage. And so he's going to come over here and attack him.
No shit.
You done fucked up, AA Ron.
I don't know when. At
Uh,
one point, my headphones did die, so I didn't hear you guys for a bit.
Oh,
You didn't miss anything yet.
yeah, you just miss him losing 4 strength.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I'll be fine. It'll buff out.
Yeah, it'll buff out for sure.
It'll buff
Couple
out.
more days back at the gym to fix it.
Yeah, exactly.
Does an 18 hit you?
It most certainly does.
Perfect. I'm gonna need you to roll a strength saving throw as well.
Hooray! 13.
14. Perfect. You do succeed, but you take 3 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh, that burns.
And then this guy up here is gonna go. This guy.
That is a very large ping.
Yeah, you can't like change it either. Like you can't like make your ping make it ping smaller or anything. Kind of soon, TM. And attack you for I'm gonna assume a 6 does not hit you. Bonus.
Nope.
Oh, correct.
Perfect. Bucket. It is now your turn. You are face to face with the enemy.
Speaking of which, what does its face look like?
Nothing. It is complete tangible just shadow. Almost wraith like. It looks really close to what it looks like in that picture if you like scroll, like if you look really close at it. It doesn't like, it looks like it like is like trying to mimic like eye sockets to like look at you with, but it kind of just looks like a really really spooky black ghost. Like if someone were to throw a black sheet over them and then was attacking you. For lack of a better
Yeah.
explanation, that is essentially what is attacking you.
I don't have disadvantage on attack against this, right?
Correct.
No other creatures are within 5 feet of it, so I could use this rakish audacity to get another sneak attack when it's this close to me.
Yes, your rockish audacity is exactly built for that.
Then I am going to pull out my short sword
Oh,
and slash at it with that.
why does this say you're the thief, Rogue?
Because I don't have the... I think it's a book that the swashbuckler comes from. I don't have that on D&D Beyond.
If anybody has it that's in the game, it should allow you to use
I
Yeah.
just changed it for you, but you're good. You can fix it later. You can fix the thing. I just changed it over for you, though. I don't know why it wasn't letting you do it, but
Yeah,
it's
what,
fine.
did he give me an option for that?
Thank you.
No, you're good.
$19 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Five and a 5 for 10.
Mm, 10. You swipe at this thing. And as you're like swiping it, it like cuts almost as like fabric, like you were cutting like a drape on the wall. And then just like dissipates into nothing. Uh dropping your other dropping your other dagger on the ground.
It dropped my dagger?
It technically still had one of your daggers because you threw it at it.
Oh, okay. It's stuck into it.
Yes.
I'm quickly going to grab that back up. It's one of my better knives.
And it is now dead sauce. Actually, I can just remove it.
And I'm just going to. I can't
And
move,
then
so-
you still have your movement as well, if you'd like to move.
I am just going to move right where it was.
Beautiful. Belenis.
Hello. Is it my turn?
That is you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is. Let's see. It's a lot of shadows in range of me.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Why am I drawing? What the hell? Tried to drag the map. I accidentally drew.
Yeah, the
Erase.
tools are not very intuitive.
Yeah, you do have to kind of
I fixed it. Okay. Let's see. I think my best course of action here is going to be spending my last key point to get some distance away from them. But first, would it take an
What?
action to tell if the elf was alive or dead?
It would be a full perception check, correct? Yes.
Okay, well, they are not focusing on her. I'm going to try and get them away from her. I'm going to use Step of the Wind.
Okay.
And your jump distance is double for the turn. What is dash or bonus action? Okay, so yeah, that's going to be my last key point. I'm going to use Step of the Wind. I'm going to disengage and back off to. Let's see. I think right here. How do I grab the token?
Hit T. It's the token browser on the bottom.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to move back here, and I'm going to then use my attack to throw at the is that bottom right shadow still?
All the shadows you can see are still alive.
Okay. So in that case, yeah, I'm going to throw two. Or wait, because I use Step of the Wind, I don't get the bonus action to punch afterwards, correct?
Correct. You get one attack.
Okay, in that case, 12. That does not hit, I'm guessing.
You would be incorrect. It does hit.
What does hit? Okay.
It does.
Well, in that case, 4 radiant damage.
To which one specifically?
Bottom right.
This one?
Yeah.
You fire. You said how many? How much?
4 radiant damage.
You.
So it's just a bolt of light that
yeah.
I form in my fist and throw at them.
You throw this at them and just like obliterate it into nothingness. As it dissipates into the wind.
Does that tell me they're weak to radiant damage, or was that just weak?
It definitely seemed like that hit did way more than your previous hits, and that's kind of that's a logical explanation for that.
Figured as much. Well, all right then. I have a strategy for this. That's going to be the end of my turn.
Next is this one, and he's going to come up to Ryuk and attack him since he is in front of him. I assume a 9 does not hit you.
No.
Perfect.
Thankfully, just waiting for something to come out of the woods.
All going to plan. And then this one is going to move up and attack you as well. Uh, 19 to hit.
That does hit. Shit, here it comes.
I need you to roll a strength saving throw. And you also take 4 necrotic damage.
Is that a strength? That's a check. How do I do the saving throw? Oh, right here. Wrong one. There we go. Still a 1. So, not a nat 1, but a 1.
Dirty 1.
Yeah.
Okay. You only lose 1 point of strength.
Wow, I'm so lucky.
You are very lucky.
Did it do any damage? Did you say?
It was 4 necrotic.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like recoil a little bit as the damage hits him.
It is now your turn.
Well, I mean, if he wasn't properly spooked before, he's now properly spooked. But
I don't. I was trying to recall if your what your infestation was.
It's a cantrip.
Right.
Which, I mean, I guess he'll do again, but it'll be more like almost panicked, less confident than it was before.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
On the one directly in front of him, not the one off to the side. So that's the con saving throw.
Con, right? Yep. Con. Does a 3 succeed?
A 3?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Okay.
I almost thought you said 30 for a second. I was about to lose my shit.
They would be doing a lot more than 4 necrotic
A
damage.
30? Oh my god, I'm in trouble. But no, okay, so it does take the damage, and then it has to do, which is 2 damage, because I don't do damage right now.
Those
And
damage.
then which is north if it can. So I don't know if that space is occupiable. Like if it can move up there.
Let's see. What
If it can't, it doesn't
this
move. But if
one? You said 4 damage, right?
2.
2 damage. Just kidding.
I wish
that
it was
shit.
4.
Give me
I don't
that.
do
Give me that
damage
shit
right
back. Doop. Yes, it can move here. You see it.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. You see it just like smush up against the wall.
It's just like trying to get away from the mosquitoes.
Yeah. As it just like kind of like spreads out and does its best impersonation of the human, the last human from Doctor Who.
Ah, yes.
The face of Bo. Nope, not the other one. Anyway, you can definitely tell I've watched that a million times for sure. Yeah. Anything else?
That'll be it from him.
Oh, you don't want to move back?
He's terrified. He's too terrified to move. He's seeing things in the shadows, and he doesn't like what he's seeing.
Bucket, it is your turn.
Hoorah. Bucket is going to throw another dagger at this guy right here.
Okay.
At 1, so a 6 to hit.
A natural 1. You throw your dagger.
I knew it was coming. I was just thinking. Tell it to me, Johan. I know it's happening.
Why don't you, Ryok, why don't you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Yep, I knew it was fucking coming.
Oh no.
22. 22.
Hey, at least try
You
to catch it
somehow
when I
just
recognize.
owl
It's a natural 20.
instincts. Just freaking, you're like, huh, I just, I feel like I should move just like 2 inches to the right. And sure enough, whizzing by you, just a dagger. And your dagger is now over here.
All right.
We can't even get away from Daedalus's friendly fire in D&D.
Cast a
I'm not
glance
rude.
backwards, like, what the fuck?
Looking around,
That would have
just
been
like,
so funny.
I knew it was happening
First
too. I was literally
casualty,
like,
death by another player.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah. Belinus.
Belinus.
Baleen.
Okay, well, I've got something special for this. I am going to do my Celestial Revelation, which allows me to get a flight speed because I've got Radiant Soul. Which it is 2 luminous spectral wings sprout from my back temporarily. It's going to allow me to fly and also do 2 extra radiant damage to 1 target whenever I deal damage with an attack or spell. So I'm going to do the revelation. I'm going to use my move speed to actually fly because that so far from what I've gathered, they keep just trying to grab me, and if I'm out of their reach, they can't grab me. And then
Beautiful.
I'm going to Radiant Sunbolt, another one, after moving just right here so I can actually see them both.
Please don't hit me.
I'm above you. I really hope I can't hit you.
It'd be incredibly funny if you did, though.
Right?
Just like, I smite you from on high.
14.
Which one are you attacking?
I'm going to attack the one above. The one to the north.
The one to the north. Okay.
And then it does 4 radiant damage plus 2, so 6 radiant damage.
You still have light, correct, on your...
Huh? Yes.
You're okay.
Light should last for a minute, I believe.
No, you're good. I just couldn't... I was double checking to make sure, because dancing lights is concentration and light is not, and I can never remember which is which.
Yeah, light just makes something glow.
that 14 does say, what was the damage?
It was 4 radiant plus 2, so 6 radiant.
The quarterstaff blasting caramel dancing.
You see this thing, and you obliterate it into nothingness. As it does this weird splattering, like, poof against this wall.
Okay.
And it dissipates into nothingness.
And that's going to be my turn.
Perfect. Next is the only shadow that still remains. And it is going to use its turn looking around. Kind of weird, because you just kind of like... its head kind of like moves to side, but there's no like eyes. It's... you just get the sense it's kind of looking around, seeing its compatriots no longer, and it is going to do a very loud screech into the air. I need Ryok to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, well, that should be fun.
That's easy for you.
Ian.
Boom,
Yeah.
done. Nailed it. You're fine. Anyway, it screeches into the sky. You feel something kind of pull inside of your mind, and you're like, I'm too terrified for that shit right now.
Yeah, I'm not here to deal with that.
And
got
it
my
is
own
now your turn.
You're just gonna hear Belinus screaming, or Belinus say, "Screaming is unnecessary."
he's he's like he kind of looks back, almost in like what the hell, at Belenus, who's just like floating, flying above him like this almost like angelic creature. Just
My wings are glorious.
like after hearing this, like shouting is unnecessary, and like a single thought will cut straight through that terror to be like, what kind of audacity do you have to not be terrified of this thing? But he'll turn back and once again do his only damage spell that won't potentially hurt himself, which is investigation. Yeah.
And in the bugs.
Anyway,
We were saying the bird can only not be damaged by bugs.
Well, the only other damage spell I have is Ice Knife or AoE control abilities, which will lock you both down.
I'm behind you.
It'll hit you, don't worry.
8 actually succeeds for once.
Okay, then nothing happens. I think, yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah, I don't think anything happens.
Is that just a cantrip?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a cantrip.
That's cool.
Bucket.
You're
Every time you say that, I keep thinking you're saying "fuck it."
Bucket. Mr. Simon Bucket.
given this knife a quick once over to make sure it doesn't go astray like the previous one did. I'm throwing my next dagger.
Okay.
Hands
Oh,
together in prayer.
One more than the previous throw. 7.
Well, you didn't crit fail. So that's good.
Prayers are worth it.
You didn't hit either. So, you know, your dagger goes and flies past and is now stuck into this tree.
All right, I'm gonna run over and grab the dagger out of the tree.
Certainly, you have enough movement speed to get there.
That'll be my turn.
Beautiful. You grab your knife out and you're gives you a little bit of trouble. Just because you missed it doesn't mean it doesn't lose the momentum, and you're pretty good at throwing knives. But you managed to get it out, and then you all hear 2 more additional screeches.
Oh God, no.
And
So the coward was calling for reinforcements.
Bonus, you actually see one appear out of the corner of your eye here. And he's going to finish his movement to here, actually. He double moved to get there, so he does not take any actions towards Ryok since he's the only one on the ground.
Yay. Thank you, oh gracious overlord.
And then you also see one appear from this alleyway and come to here. And Villainous, it is your turn.
I'm about to rain hell on this one to the north of me. We're gonna do 2 Radiant Sunbolts, one for the attack, one for the bonus. The punch is that only after I hit, or is it just an extra?
So when you attack, you can attack. When you attack, you can use
Okay,
your bonus action to attack again for melee.
Well, the Radiant Sunbolt is it's a replacement to where I can use that instead. Just Radiant. Whenever you use the attack action, you can spend 1 key point to special attack bonus. Oh, that's only on the. Okay, so I actually have to. I think I
Oh,
did
you
that.
don't have any more key points.
No, so now I'm gonna have to just go down and attack.
Correct. Because it's a key point to attack twice, and then you would still have a bonus action. You just wouldn't be. I'll have to double check that, but it won't matter for the rest of the combat since you're out of key points.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fly down and attack it in the face, or
Yeah, but I'll also do the 2 extra radiant whenever I do as well.
Yep.
Oh no, here it is. It's you gain this new attack option that you can use with the attack action. The special attack is a ranged spell attack with a range of 30 feet. You're proficient with it, and you add your dexterity modifier to it. Its damage is radiant, and its damage dies D4. The die changes. It's talking about whenever you take the attack action on your turn and you use this special attack as part of it, you can spend 1 key point to make, or to do it twice. So it's I can do it once, but I cannot use a key point to do it again.
Correct.
So I can do 1 attack with it, regardless, even without the key point.
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm not even gonna fly down. I'm just gonna hit the one to the north with a radiant bolt. I think I missed this one, but it's a 10 to hit.
You do miss.
Okay. In that case, for my let me see. For my movement, I'm actually going to go to the ground in front of this one. That way it doesn't attack Ryok. At least, hopefully not.
Like where you are, just go down to the ground.
Yes, to kind of try and put myself somewhat between it and Ryok. And would I be able to use a bonus action to punch from there, or no? Because that is an is an unarmed strike.
Yes. Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Okay, so in that case, I'm just gonna try and punch it. $18 to hit.
That does it.
And then 5 bludgeoning with 2 radiant.
Perfect. Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
It is now this guy's turn. And he's going to actually who does he attack? He is going to attack Bucket behind him.
All right.
Does he actually looks at you and says, "I apologize. Carry on your wayward son."
What?
Such an eloquent
Uh,
shadow.
He just kind of waves at you. He's happy to see you. You know. Ryok, it's their turn.
That's- um.
Huh?
Well, there's only
Linus
one
is
thing you
thoroughly
can do.
confused about.
I guess since this one clearly just like gave a friendly wave, he's gonna turn his attention to the more like the spooky one to the north
Okay.
and do the only thing he can do, which will again require a Constitution saving throw.
What, you don't want to, try
No,
to
I'd rather not fill my party member with ice shards, thanks.
natural
Then
20.
Bugs.
Okay. The like bugs come out and then they all like incinerate themselves upon contact.
They're like, yeah, you've used this too many times.
It's
Must create additional pylons. Anything else for your turn?
no, he's quite happy where he is right now, actually.
Okay. Bucket. It is your turn.
All right. Just gotta rub my eyes a little bit. Just to. Am I seeing things? This shadow just give me a friendly hello.
As far as you could tell, seems like it was waving hi to you,
Well, I instantly do not trust it based on that. And I put my short sword between its ribs. Well, maybe with a 10.
Damn, you didn't even wave back at it before you did it? Rude.
A 10 misses. However, you are currently flanking, which means you have advantage.
All right. 22 seems better.
That seems a lot better.
5 damage.
Even with sneak attack?
Oh, I wasn't doing a sneak attack because
You get sneak
Yes.
attack if you have
Sneak attack
advantage.
is-
have advantage.
Yeah. Sneak attack. You get sneak attack because you have advantage.
Alright, so 12 damage.
Perfect.
And if it's still alive,
It
I'm going to
looks very,
disengage.
very thin. You're gonna move away.
And grab my other knife.
It is going to make an opportunity attack on you.
I use disengage with my bonus action.
Oh, that's right. You didn't attack twice. Just kidding. As well, fine. It's not going to do that, and it is now. It is now this one's turn. Above Williness, and it is gonna attack you because you hit it. Actually,
Okay.
does a 13 hit?
No.
You're lucky. That was almost a natural 20.
Did
It
have
like
disadvantage or
rolled
something?
over.
Oh,
Yeah, it like was on 20 and then rolled over.
gotcha.
Then it is the other one's turn, and he's going to run up and attack you. He's actually going to be here. They're not the most intelligent creatures. Doop. 23.
23 does hit.
Also a
14
strength.
on the strength save.
14. Okay. And then 8 points of necrotic, so 4.
Okay.
And then it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to try and hit him with my quarterstaff.
Okay. Which one?
The one to the north of me, the one that
Okay.
missed. Because it's only a matter of time before he hits me. That was a 13.
13 hits.
Okay. 8 damage and then 2 radiant.
Oh,
And then I'm going to
he looks
bonus action?
very frail.
Well, I'm gonna punch him in the face. 14 to hit, and that is 6
I don't-
bludgeoning. No,
I don't. You didn't have to roll.
Still.
Okay, you did an extra 5 damage.
So you roll
As-
the damage for the
I'm
unarmed.
just gonna like
He
clock him with a
dissipates.
quarterstaff and then come around with a haymaker.
Beautiful. Next is
I'm gonna-
Ryok.
Wait, before
Nope.
or as I do that, I'm gonna look at the other one. I'm just gonna be like, now it's your turn.
Well, clearly his ways aren't working, so at this point, fuck it. He doesn't care anymore. This is
Oh,
he is actually gonna pull out the like shard of sparking ice that
oh,
seems to be
okay.
riddled with small loops of electricity or lightning.
Okay.
And fling it back at the shadow over here.
Is this payback for the rogue almost hitting you with a knife?
Where are you throwing
well,
it? I missed
technically
that,
you
sorry.
have a way to succeed, so like I need to make the hold on, so what's the points for this? This is 2, because it's
This is your bomb, right?
well, this is the knife, the ice knife.
Oh, ice knife. Yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain his biggest move right now is completely negated by these creatures.
It is an attack roll.
Yeah, he needs to make it. I'm trying to figure out the points because it's
It is at disadvantage because you are within melee.
that's fine. Of the one over here?
You're within melee of someone else.
Oh,
so
it's
any
okay.
ranged attack is at yeah.
Oh well, screw it. When it hit, if it misses, it still explodes. So it's 3, so it goes down by 3. And then is the one and is a 12.
So 12 at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Wow, you still hit it.
Okay.
You're
So congratulations, no damage. 3 damage.
3 damage. That's not no damage.
That might as well be compared to these two. But then it says it explodes, so it has to make a dex saving throw.
Yes. But Linus,
each
you
creature within
also
5
have
feet,
to, yeah, make a
It's close
dexterity.
to it? Which one did he hit? The one that's close
This
to me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
right next to you.
13.
That ties.
What's your saving throw? 13.
My saving
Yeah.
throw was
He
13.
yeah, he succeeds.
Okay. Does the shadow?
I have to go back to it. No, he does not.
Okay, then it has to be 2d6 cold, which is 7 damage. This knife sparks and then just explodes into shatters pieces of
Yeah.
ice.
Yeah, it screeches a little bit, and you feel like it's now looking directly at you. You don't know how that's possible, but it's
I don't
seems
like
to be
this.
angry.
It's Angie.
This is now
angry.
a problem. I've put myself in danger.
But good news is it's the rogue's turn.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Simon.
Daedalus, is your headset dead?
Hello?
There he is.
Hello?
Hello?
Y'all
I
are
was about to
robots.
start drawing on the screen. Can you hear us? It is your
Yes.
turn. I don't know if you heard all that.
Y'all still are kind of robotic for me. Is it my turn?
It is your turn. He just
Write it on the
damaged
screen for him.
this one.
I'm throwing another dagger.
Perfect.
16.
Which one are you attacking?
Seven damage.
Which one are you attacking?
The one closest to me.
Okay. And then don't forget sneak attack because you have a combatant next to him.
Oh,
Was that Daedalus?
Yeah.
His internet may have cut out, or he may be trying to restart Discord so he can actually hear us.
is he the one writing?
No.
Hello?
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 That was weird.
I don't know. Also sneak attack.
Oh, am I still flanking?
No, well, he's next to Ryok, which gives you the sneak attack.
Wasn't hiding.
No,
Right.
It's any
Yeah,
time.
it's-
Oh, it's just any time.
Yeah. So as long as you don't have disadvantage, as long as you're, as long as one of your Actually, as long as an
As long
enemy
as-
of the person is standing within 5 feet of them, and then you get sneak attack.
Yeah, rogue
And
is
as
kind of
long
strong
as-
that way.
And if I'm within 5 feet and no one else is within 5 feet, I also get it.
Correct.
So I get 5 additional damage for 12 total.
You actually slice through this one and it disappears. Go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
All right. Check or save?
Check. Just rolling like your normal, like a d20 plus strength.
17.
17. Doop. I'm gonna roll a dex save for this guy. You actually manage to go straight through it and into the other shadow in the line, and manage to do a little bit of damage to him as well.
Oh, nice.
I don't know why. I just thought you're gonna be like you'd go straight through it and hit Ryuk.
Again?
I almost thought about like
What?
pretending, but you're not in the line. Next
I honestly wouldn't have been surprised.
is the shadow. Um,
I'm in danger.
um, yeah, it comes forward and goes to attack you.
Okay.
18.
That does hit.
Uh, 6 necrotic.
Okay.
And
Others
then,
like singe and burn.
yep, a strength saving throw.
It's really not gonna go well. A 9.
Your strength score goes down by another 1.
Oh, whoops.
But-
Ignore that. I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go.
On the plus side, you seem to be lucky on how much your strength is going down.
I'm lucky that strength isn't my main modifier.
Valenus,
Starting to like visibly age.
Yes.
is your turn.
There's only one shadow left, correct?
The one that is right next to you, yes.
And the one under your feet.
How's he looking?
I mean, he's getting pretty thin. Like you're like seeing through him a little bit, you know.
How's a 22 to hit sound with the quarterstaff?
You swing away, and bat this thing into the next world. As it did not have very many hit points left, and you almost probably did his points into the red.
I mean, it is 4 plus 2 radiant, so.
Yeah. Well, they don't do well with radiant, so you know.
I figured.
No more seem to be popping up.
Belinus is instantly gonna go check on that elf.
Can I like look around, just be sure that they're gone, as well as like, is there anything weird about the area outside of the recent skirmish?
You may both make perception checks.
I'm also going to
Um,
check around specifically where they disappeared. If there's any remnants of them.
Sure.
would be
Go
a
ahead and
19
make a
from me.
perception check as well.
I got a 6.
I'm also assuming that you grabbed your dagger as well.
Yeah, that's why I'd moved over to where I was.
The other one that you threw back.
Yeah. Oh. Dagger over here.
No, you're good. Valenus, you you may be a monk, and have been taught, medicine. Actually, that should have been a medicine check. I apologize. So, what did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
A
And
4.
my medicine is +2, so it's the exact same.
Okay.
It's a 6.
Great. Still, you're just, it's been a while since you had to like provide medical attention for somebody.
Look, I'm just distracted. All right, that's all it is.
You have the light in your eyes still. It's a whole thing.
Early.
My checking is me shaking her, going, "Miss, are you okay?"
Roll a strength check at disadvantage.
Is there a way to do the roll at disadvantage, or just roll it twice?
Right click it, and then you can advantage, disadvantage, roll to self, roll to DM.
Oh, interesting.
Well, is it the higher number or the lower number? Because if it's the higher number, we're fucked.
I only see one number, which is 11, so I'm gonna assume that's
The
a
other
lower
one was
one.
a nat 20.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, you go to like shake her, and you can't pick her off the ground.
Oh, okay. You're talking about pick her off the ground. I was thinking I shook her too violently for a second there.
Yeah, that's where
Nope,
my mind
you literally have you do not have the strength to shake her.
I'm just gonna be looking around like, I
Uh,
want to try this.
Ryok, looking around, gives off. It's kind of a weird, what you're looking at, because he has light cast, so it's kind of like a weird tone, because all of this is all lit up by his light, so there's absolutely no shadows right here. And then everywhere else there's like shadows.
I can dismiss light.
I do have
Look.
dark vision, so like,
Yeah. But looking around, you don't really see anything else in the shadows. You do hear a sound that you're probably used to at this point. Being able to detect what it is, and that is the city guard extremely close, about to come around the corner.
can Ryok like dip behind the boxes here? Around this oh, where's my pointer?
Up
the
here?
alleyway here? Yeah.
Sure.
Because he's kind of tiny.
He is tiny, that is true.
Can he like hide?
Yes. You can hide. Also, I don't know, I think you get Allens get something for stealth, I believe.
I have the advantage on stealth because of the silent feathers.
Yeah.
Or proficiency, sorry, not advantage.
Proficiency. Yeah. And you may stealth around the corner.
Is that the roll, or is it just
Yeah, stealth. No, stealth.
We never decided what the name of my
That's
monastery
16.
was.
16. Okay.
Yeah.
you're shaking him. You're shaking this elf, and you're like, "Is it dead?" And like you turn around to ask Ryok for help because he was standing right behind you, and he's just like not there.
I'm just not.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gone.
He's just gone. And you see Bucket looking around. Bucket, you look around and you're looking at all these different places, and it's weird because there's not, you can't even find like prints. Like you can see like you guys, like your guys's like prints a little bit. Like track that you were like walking and stuff, but the actual creatures themselves left no trace of themselves.
Interesting. I don't know this bush.
Are you gonna try to hide in the bush?
No.
Okay.
What kind of bush is it?
He doth be investigating.
It's a
the bush.
ficus bush with lots of thorns.
And I collect a few branches.
Okay. At
Okay.
at that moment, the crown or the town guard come around the corner. Apparently they tokens for them did not save on the map, so we're just gonna throw some of these on here. But yeah, they come around the corner, running already weapons drawn.
I'm just gonna stand up,
actually
turn
two come
around.
from
I'm gonna dismiss the light on my talisman.
direction, and then we'll
Oh wait.
forgot there's 4.
Turn around and like Luigi's Mansion, blind them. you shall go in the Hoover.
And they all come running around the corner. And are yelling at you, freeze, don't move.
I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna dismiss the light on my talisman. I'm gonna be like, perfect. My name is Belinus. I'm with the monastery of, like, what is it? Would it just be the monastery of Toth?
I would say it's the monastery of Pilar in Trost.
Pilar.
Yeah.
Or Trost.
Pilar.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm with the monastery of Pilar in Trost. I found this lady being attacked, and she could use assistance.
They these two kind of walk up to you and kind of start like looking. They're both all looking around. Who attacked her?
It was some kind of wraith, or well, would they be wraiths?
They were
The general,
shadowy,
like, creature types that they would like describe them as. It wouldn't be a wraith.
These two.
He's just gonna be like, it was some kind of fiend that was made of. It seemed to be shadows.
The pocket just leave.
There is gonna be no like deception. He is telling the utmost truth with pure confidence.
You may roll a persuasion. With
my persuasion is good.
With advantage for this. 16.
16.
Not bad. That's good. he kind of looks at you and looks over the body, or like one of them's like one of them's talking to you and the other one's kind of looking over the body, and he says, what it appears that you were not able to help in time. Unfortunately, this young miss is dead.
Well, that's a shame.
The other one kind of looks at you and they kind of look over the body. And you can, now that you're like up close, you can see she has a couple just like the marks, like I said before. And now that you're like looking at it, you kind of like look at yourself of like where you were hit with by these shadows. And it looks like the same like mark.
I will bring that up and be like, so it looks like they just got to her first, unfortunately, and show the wound that I currently have.
Right.
They left this on me.
He's lying. The elf did that.
What, and then to herself?
Are you saying that?
No.
No.
Okay. You like just kind of show them and everything, and they one that looks kind of in charge. None of them really look like they hold like a position of command, really. More so just guards that showed up, as opposed to like a captain or anything like that. But the one who's been doing most of the talking looks at you and he says, well, we will have to do a full investigation. We'll probably... You said you thought it might be like a fiend or something?
Something of the sort. It was made of shadows and was attacking with very debilitating attacks.
With that being said, you can like your staff feels heavy in your hand right now. He looks, he's like, well, I'm sure the captain will want to bring in the King's Guard or the King's Sword to have a look at this. Are you staying here in an inn in the town?
Yes, and I'm gonna give them where I'm currently staying.
You are...
I'm gonna be probably staying at the monastery in
town. That's a fair point. You would be staying at the monastery. He kind of looks up at he says, well, that's good. He kind of looks over at you and says, or you, Simon, Mr. Peck, and says, are you also here staying in town?
Oh, did he not go and hide?
No, he's right there in plain sight.
Whenever he was poking at the ficus bush.
I am just collecting herbs.
So you didn't see anything?
There was nothing to be seen.
Roll deception.
But did you see this bush?
Roll deception.
Linus is gonna be scratching his head, just
16.
he looks kind of looks at you and he's like, well, any particular reason? You know, we have like tons of those bushes all around the city, right? Like, why do you need more?
Well, if there's more around here, then I don't have any fear of going hungry.
Right. He just kind of like stares
Please
at
tell
you
me
for
that's
a
like a
minute.
holly bush or something that's not exactly edible.
He kind of like he gives you this look like once over.
I give him a bright smile.
I suppose this is a really good time to explain what your characters look like. And we'll start with you because he's looking you over.
Me?
Yeah, so like what is your like like does he look like he's fresh off the boat? Like like what does your
A little
character look like?
slightly
What's he wearing?
dirty, slightly dinged up. Got a pouch over his shoulder, where he keeps his stuff. He's got a prosthetic arm on his right hand, and wearing a mostly kind of olive green outfit. Kind of, I don't know how to describe it, like buttoned up in the middle.
Okay.
I don't know why, but whenever you described a prosthetic arm for his right hand, I was just thinking of full arm just at the wrist.
Nah, like beginning at the elbow and the rest of his arm, just kind of a pale tan with the occasional gold trimming as decoration.
He kind of like he stops at the arm and like kind of gives it this look. Like you get the idea that he's definitely like judging you, like, oh, he probably stole that arm because it doesn't match the rest of him. But he turns back to Belinus. Belinus, what do you look like?
Blennis is like almost unsettling to look at because he is just as normal as it comes as far as a human, just 6 foot tall, brown hair, brown eyes, but there's a almost like aura of divinity around him, as the Azamar have. And like outside of that, nothing too striking. Nothing looks too out of the ordinary. He could blend into a crowd had he not had that unsettling feeling upon, or whenever you look at him.
It's fair.
It's almost too perfect.
Very sounds it's it almost sounds, yeah, like you're like he like looks at you like really intently. You feel like he's trying to look through some kind of disguise or something like that, because it's like he's like this is too normal, you know.
Yeah.
But he
Linus is just completely just unaware because he's used to this at this point. So he's just meh, just got this dumb little grin on his face.
you Ryok, what is your passive perception?
Mine passive perception is 15.
15. while this is happening and they are talking with the guard, you hear crying
Nearby or far away?
nearby. You hear crying from like over here.
What does the crying sound like off the bat? Does it sound like a kid crying? Does it
It
sound
sounds
like an
like
animal
a
crying?
small child crying.
Um,
Maybe not like baby, but like a young kid like sobbing.
Am I able to move from where I am without being seen
Yeah, probably.
to get like around the corner?
Mhm.
Okay. Then I'll probably go like around the corner and just like peek my head around, my eyes over the corner.
You see a small boy, maybe 7, 7 or 8, maybe, best guess. Like in these looks like he like jumped into these bushes to hide, and he's just like face down in the dirt, like you could tell he's trying to like be quiet, but like he just can't stop like crying.
Ryuk will like. How much space is there in this little way? Does it go like under any further, or is it literally just like a 2 to 3 foot wide?
It's maybe like it's maybe like 4 feet wide. Like it's big enough for
Okay.
like the average person to like walk through.
Can he like kind of move here-ish and like press himself against the side of this building so that he's not like encroaching upon the space, but like make a small noise or something that's not like super audible to try and like get this kid's attention?
Sure. He immediately freezes and like slowly like peeks his head up to like look and looks at you, and he goes from like like a looking around for danger to seeing you to just like just wide-eyed, like he's still scared to death, but you are not what he's scared to death of, and that might mean safety.
Can I like what does the ground look like? Are there like small flowers or small plants?
Yeah, there's like small like plants and flowers all over the place back here.
Can I like point to one nearby him and like make it like grow a little bit or bloom a little bit better with Druidcraft?
Sure.
Just to be like,
um
I'm not
he
exactly, evil.
Yeah, he looks at it and like watches it, and then immediately just like bolts to you to like grab onto you.
React's weight of feathers kind of shift for a second to try not to like hurt this kid with the effects on with the stuff that's happening to his feathers, but slowly tries to wrap like some feathers around him as if to like attempt to comfort him. He's not entirely sure what to do.
Yeah, I imagine
he's like,
you both are kind of like the same size, you know?
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, like he's just like he's still just like sobbing.
Greg just like kind of like pats his head with a wing. He's not saying anything. He's not going to speak because he's terrified that the people who are on the other side of the street are going to hear him. But he is trying his best to like comfort this kid
Right.
and like wait for the guard to leave. Maybe.
The large, silent, predatory bird will take care of you.
It's not even that
Um,
large. He's like barely 4.5 feet tall.
I mean, that's pretty fucking large for an owl.
Well, look, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the wildlife owl.
Bipedal owl.
That's funny. This this guard here, the one who's been talking the most, says, "Well, I mean, um, if you need a place to stay, we're willing to put you up in one of the inns here, as well. I don't know if it costs you anything, staying with the monastery, just so you're readily available for our questions." I imagine the King's Sword will be here in the morning.
Does Ryok hear this? Like, is he still audibly able to hear them talk?
Probably. You're not that far away. And he's like not exactly trying to be quiet because
Okay.
he wanted Bucket to hear him as well.
Belinus is going to be more than content with staying in the inn. As far as what Bucket wants to do, that's or not the inn, but the monastery,
Okay.
because it doesn't cost or shouldn't cost him anything.
Right.
And he grew up in way worse conditions, so this is perfectly fine for him.
He looks at Bucket and he's like, "Free food and your choice of alcohol."
That is a tempting offer. I'll follow along.
He says, "Awesome. I can go there with you now, just to make sure that they are aware that your expenses will be taken care of by the town guard." And he turns to the other three and says, "Do a sweep of look around. I'll also go and grab the captain as well to bring him here." And he heads off in this direction. Doop. Doop. That direction. Ryok, are you doing anything?
Other than attempting to comfort this kid and stop him from crying, not immediately, no.
Okay. I mean, as you're watching, you see these three guards spread out, and they're starting to do like a semi sweep of the area just to make sure it's clear.
Is there visibly any place Ryok can see that would be capable for him to hide, like, himself and this kid?
Go ahead. Go
Without, like,
go ahead and make a
just,
perception
like,
check.
pat the child and then throw him into a bush.
I was like, "Ah, yes, you're mine now."
I'll get into this box.
Here, sit in this bag of
19.
holding.
19. You do a quick like look over of the current area, and it doesn't superbly feel like he wasn't even hidden in the bush he was in by himself. Okay. The only real thing that you could think of is if you tried to pick him up and maybe take him onto the roof.
Great, now the
Well,
owl's flying off with him.
I'm not able to pick him up. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, hell, even the small, like, knotted staff that's in Ryok's hands is heavy. There's no way he's gonna be able to pick up this kid. But
Just
he,
pat him on
like-
the.
just like pat him on the head and be like, like, pretend I'm not here for a second. And can he like give him another flower and then like fly himself up to the rooftop here. Or this rooftop.
Sure.
And then like kind of like huddle down.
Roll a persuasion check as well.
Oh dear. A 13.
$13. He the kid kind of like looks at you, like gets really big eyes as you start to leave him.
Like can he stay on the roof, Ryok, right, when he moves, but like make sure that he's not entirely like invisible to the kid? Like he's playing on the assumption here that the town's guard are not going to look up.
Sure. You want to say within his sight?
Yeah, somewhere
Like
where he
above
can see
him?
at least some part of Ryok. Maybe not the entirety, like I'm not asking him to hang off the side of the building.
Right.
But like enough that he's
Just, like,
aware
peeking
that like
over,
Ryok
like-
is there.
Yeah.
Just a couple tail feathers.
You do, and he's still like staring wide at, like looking at you, like silently pleading, like, don't leave me. And then you hear the guard. Why can't I rename these? Weird. You hear the guard walk around the corner.
That's funny because I
Um,
can rename them.
What?
Yeah, I can
I'm-
rename him like guard
I'm
hello.
gonna- I'm gonna go jump off a cliff.
I can rename.
I can
move
rename
the-
one
I-
here.
I
Oh,
can move
God.
the guards around. I think I have more power
No.
than I should.
Well, that's true.
The large predatory owl is taking over the game.
Look at me. I am the DM now.
I am the DM. All your NPCs belong to me. That
gourd.
NPC didn't move there. I say he moves here.
It's a gourd.
I
They're
don't
all-
think
they're
Alpha's
all
moving
gourds.
around too.
I genuinely thought for a second that woman got up and moved, and I was like, hold on.
The power of the gods.
Yeah, like I can rename everyone, even the other player characters.
Yeah, don't do that.
Rename us. Gourd.
Yeah, as this guard comes around the corner and sees this kid, you see him like look at the kid, who, by the way, is still staring up at you.
Oh shit.
And looks up at and is going to look up at you.
Ryok is just nesting.
Oh.
He's nesting on this rooftop. Don't bother him.
You are
Wait, can your
a
character talk?
as he looks up at you, let's take this time to describe your character so everyone understands how much of a not real like regular owl you are.
So Ryok looks at a base, like if you take a base image, looks like a snowy owl. Almost pure white feathers, black wingtips. But there's a couple of effects going on across his wings and across his feathers that are unique. One of them is like some feathers look like they're almost coated in like molten embers. Similar to the effect if you like have a fire going, but it's hot but not hot enough to cause flames, how that red will kind of seep through wood and glow and shift. As well as some like weird elemental instabilities. Some feathers are sparking with lightning. Some feathers are actually burning or look like they're burning. Some feathers are dripping with like this acidic liquid that dissipates upon touching another surface, so it doesn't actually damage anything. And things like that, of just random elements that just seem to be wrapped in a nice little bundle for this owl. His eyes are like a sapphire blue. And he's about like 4'5", 4'3" in height.
His guard is gonna walk around the corner, and see you. And you know he's never really seen your kind before.
Yeah, Ryok has completely put himself in a position that looks like he's sleeping. You know how they sit and sleep?
Yes.
Like vertical cat loafs?
you hear this guard yell at you.
Oh, fuck.
Freeze, don't move.
Ryok's not moving in the first place, so.
No, that's fine. And you hear and he also yells out, I need help. And you hear the other two guards start coming towards you.
Oh well. Well, he's caught now.
Can Belinus respond to this as well?
Sure, you hear the yelling from around the corner.
I'm going to I guess join the guards that are moving towards them if I'm not still being questioned by the other one.
No, they're not being questioned. You're staying around, so this one is actually a Aarakocra, and he's going to start flying over the building to come.
So I'm gonna
like one of them's a bird.
I'm going to attempt to follow them.
There's a lot of presence of Aarakocra in the city.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to come with them. That way I can help if it's the shadows again.
Okay. Sure.
Because since I have radiant damage.
This guard.
Squish's roots seem like it'd be an interesting ingredient.
They were you not going with the other guard?
Who?
Bucket.
Me? Oh, Bucket.
To take him up on the offer to get free food and etc.
I don't know if he had left yet or not.
Yeah, no, like he basically was like check the area and then basically was like follow me to the end.
Yeah.
So I can let them know that you'll be staying because he's also going to get the captain.
Yeah, I'll be following him then.
Yeah, Belinus would have stuck around just out of curiosity.
So
he wasn't told to leave, so
yeah. which way do you go? How long is your flight for?
Oh no, my flight's already dismissed by now.
I assume so.
It was only
but-
for a minute.
So go whichever way you want. This guard is
I would
going to come
just-
up to you, Ryok, and
I would
he's
just
like
follow whichever guard was in
sword
the area that was on
drawn.
the ground.
Yeah.
Ryuk shows no
Um,
signs of resisting, but he isn't just gonna get up either. Like, he needs a good damn reason.
This one is going to come up and grab the child. And you hear him telling him, like, it's okay, we're here now, like, we'll keep you safe. Trying to like calm him down.
As Belinus rounds the corner and sees them panicking, I guess I'm gonna ask what's going on.
He's gonna come to here. He's going to pointedly point with his crossbow that he is holding directly at Ryok.
I'm gonna look up and be like, "Oh, hey, that creature actually helped me against the shades."
Roll a persuasion.
Okay.
It's nat one, so
Is there-
well, you're going
Is there
to
advantage
jail.
on this, considering that once again it is like everything
n-
he is saying is
No, it would be at disadvantage if they had not already been trusting you.
okay. Fucking, it is a nat one actually.
Oh my god.
You jinxed it.
well,
This is your fault.
well, send Ryuk to jail.
Yeah. That's a thing. God damn it. So this
Look, it
card
was gonna
comes up
happen eventually.
and
Is there
He's-
anything I can do to help the situation? I'm just trying to. I am legitimately trying to tell them the truth.
Oh yeah, that dude totally helped us. Absolutely.
that's exactly what you just sounded like. Each of these
He's
guards is
definitely
going
not the bad guy.
going to roll to see if they think that you're now being mind controlled by this bird.
I would like to point out that Ryuk is trying to look like he's sleeping, but has since opened his eyes. That's never a good sound.
The the kid actually you hear speak for the first time as your stinky guard is trying to pull him away. You hear him like very faintly say, "No, good birdie."
God.
And they all kind of look at you, no longer quite advancing on you.
Ryuk kind of looks at them and holds out his hands and goes, "Look, if you're gonna take me away, just take me away or tell me to get down."
We're
like, it's-
gonna have to ask you to politely restrain yourself to the inn.
He shrugs. Okay. He really didn't want to get involved with the guards again, but here we are.
Your stinky guard friend looks up at the Aarakocra behind you, and says, "Make sure he gets to the inn right away." And he kind of looks at you and says, we'll walk there if you don't mind.
It's fine. Probably better anyway that way. Ryok like holds out a wing and you can see all the effects across the wing.
He looks like he wants to like grab you to escort you, but he's like afraid to touch these wings.
Does Ryok notice this?
Probably.
Like this look, can he be like he sees this look on the Aarakocra's face and be like, look, I get it. I'll just walk. I promise I won't resist. Let's just get down.
Okay.
Like this isn't the first time he's had this
So-
reaction to his wings since he's entered Ishgar. So like
Do you here's the question. Do you believe that you would have already had a run-in with the town's guard in Avon Point with however long you've been here? Because I know I don't think you like actively try to get into trouble or anything.
no, not actively, but I think something would have happened, especially just considering the situations that surround Ryok.
Right. He kind of like, they all kind of have like a little bit of recognition a little bit now that they're like a little calmed down of like the scenario. And they're kind of looking at your wings. And you get maybe the sense that you've been talked about within the town's guard. At least your
Well,
wings.
lucky me. I'm special.
And so he I would say helps you down, but you don't really need it.
No,
So-
he'll kind of go over and like making sure that the guard is watching slowly get down.
Just like float down,
like
like
very
Mary Poppins
slowly,
style.
and then stand here and then turn and wait.
Yep, he's right behind you.
Okay.
And he will also lead you to the wyvern.
Okay.
Great. So we're taking the predatory bird to the predatory lizard.
Yes. God forbid I see a lizard.
It's definitely not owned by a lizard folk.
Goes berserk, tries to eat it.
No, he's not gonna try to eat something bigger than him. He's not stupid.
No, I was talking about like a little tiny lizard on the street.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A lizard on the street, he would absolutely like attempt to catch, and if he catches it, it would just be swallowed whole.
Would you try to eat your own bugs you summon up with your pestilence thing?
No,
Probably.
he's tried that and learned from that.
Yep,
Uh,
he learned his lesson.
I learned his lesson, and Johan knows exactly why I learned my lesson.
Yep. That is now the event that caused that, by the way.
Absolutely, we can have that happen.
Yeah. So the two of you get escorted to the wyvern. They do on your way there, Ryok, he does tell you that there will be Kingsword here by morning to investigate this incident, and that you should make yourself readily available to answer their questions.
Ryok just like nods, like this great.
I'm just
Um,
gonna like kind of look at him and be like, well, since I'm being forced to stay here, can y'all at least take a message over to the monastery for me?
Sure. Do you want to stay in the inn so you are all together?
Oh, I thought you were saying I was being forced to stay in the inn now as well.
I'm
In
really
that case,
thinking
no,
about
I'm
it.
just gonna go back to the monastery. I'll just be like, nah, I'm gonna go to the monastery.
Certainly. And you are allowed to do so. They kind of look at, like, give you a look while you're leaving. But they're not gonna leave this kid.
Yeah.
And one kind of stays with them, and one kind of comes back over to the area of the dead elf. I don't think I really had to say this, but the little child does have elf ears.
I mean, I figured. I just didn't get a chance to actually talk to the fucking kid.
Yep.
But I'm assuming Ryok would have noticed that and will mentally categorize that.
Mm-hmm. And you guys go, the two of you go to the Wyvern. And
Going to jail.
you get there and are the guard that goes with you tells the barkeep when you get there, the barkeep is a dragonborn.
What does he look like?
He's kind of he's very, like, he's not, I wouldn't say like muscular. Like, he looks muscular because he is like dragonborn and like is, you know, covered in scales.
But he's on the slimmer side for a dragonborn.
No, he's a little bit, he looks like he also enjoys his ale
Okay.
that he sells. Definitely like a beer belly, which is weird because you weren't aware that, you know, dragonborn
Ale's
could
bended
get
like that.
Yeah, you know. And he is a blue dragonborn. So his scales are all blue. And his name is, oh, where'd it go? I literally just said it. Oh my god, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's Daryl. That's right.
Daryl, 2 R's,
Mhm.
2 L's.
2 R's, 1 L, actually.
Okay.
Assuming you ask.
Yes, I would be like, hello.
It's actually, for correct spelling, it is Darril.
Okay.
But he says it as Daryl.
Good to know.
Boop. We can actually go look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love the clearly fog of war.
Their fog of war is not the best. So we
it
do
looks
with
like
what
you
we
took,
can.
like, duct tape.
Well, it's just a square. Like, I don't think you guys can see it, but it's literally just like the only options are squares and then the size of
Okay.
the square.
Oh wow.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
It's-
that's a big gray spot.
Yeah, it's a problem. Um I don't. You don't.
Where are we at this point? Where is the keep? I guess over here.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh,
That is
there's
not
an
correct.
aboleth in the kitchen. That's a problem.
Is that
He's a
nothing?
friendly aboleth.
What's an aboleth?
It's
It's
like
fine,
an
you can see the
ancient
rest of the map.
primordial evil.
Yeah.
TM, like something so intelligent the gods wanted nothing to do with it.
Meanwhile, Johan's over here. This is our friend.
This is
Yeah. This is our friend.
one of the only creatures to have fucking genetic memory.
So this is the inn. Just I guess ignore rooms that you don't have access to yet. Because this I can actually just make boop. That's literally like the fog of war thing.
That's awful.
Yes.
Wizards do better.
It is very bad. So like that's the best I got, you
can't
know.
even scale it. You have to draw it.
Yeah, like I can't even like, and then they have different sizes. So it's like this one, this one.
Oh my god, it's preset sizes.
Yes, this one.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Might as well just.
And boom.
You're like, you do not
And
look around the corner.
boom.
You know, like Red
Like,
Right, or what is it? Wizard of Oz
that's-
bullshit. Do not look behind the curtain.
That's
There's
the
just
that's the
fucking toes
sizes.
sticking out from under it.
Oh my god, and you can't even remove them in one click?
I can remove everything or cover all in one click.
Oh, because that's helpful.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But you guys cannot. Like, I mean, it's whatever. Just pretend you don't know that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Here we are. Yeah, so you do notice though, while you're sitting at the bar, the owl, not the owl, you're the owl, the Aarakocra, is actually still like basically posted up like in front of this building.
Oh, so like out front.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like, am I told where my room is? Like how to get there? Is that
Yes.
like done in the discussion?
Yes.
How
You can have the second room on the right.
upstairs, I guess?
Yes.
He goes upstairs. I guess warps over here.
I'll fight you.
I'm sorry, I'm used to Foundry.
And then that
This is
room.
fun.
Yep.
Okay, he's in here. Did you just walk into my room?
Oh boy.
Like, hold on, I require the items in your chest.
Oh boy. Yeah, so you guys get back. Now being watched because they no longer trust you because of your Owlin friend.
And that's a fair assumption. Part of the reason why Griok just went, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
That half scares me.
And free room and board, which is nice. For
Yeah,
the
something Ryok hasn't had in a couple of days, so a nice room is nice.
Very true. Very true. Belenis, you make it back to the monastery. After a while, maybe a couple hours, one of the other attendants of the monastery comes in and informs you that someone from the city guard stopped by to make sure that you were actually there and actually staying in the building.
Ah, yes. We ran into a little issue with some creatures made out of shadows. Do we have any information on what that might be?
Creatures of shadow, you say?
I know I threw a radiant bolt at it and it did not like that very much. I could tell by the fact it exploded.
I have deduced this like Sherlock Holmes.
Well, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but you're more than welcome to look through the archives as you normally would be able to. I feel like for something like that, we would probably have something on it.
Well, that's
as
or
it
if anybody
sounds like
asks, that's where I will be.
sounds like something that is not a friend to the light. So we would probably have something on it, I would think.
I'm gonna go to the archives and start digging through every book I can find that would even come close to it.
Sure.
This is also completely ignoring the injury he currently has. Don't know if anybody noticed that on me coming through here.
That's actually a really good point. You're like going through some of the books and stuff, and there's a couple times where you have trouble pulling out the book to book and scrolls to read them. Some that are kind of
He would
stuffed
just use
in.
his other arm.
One arm is
He
bigger.
uses his left arm.
Don't think about it.
Like he goes to pull it out, and like winces from the pain. Is like, oh yeah, I have a wound. Whatever, and then goes to use the other arm and completely forgets he has a wound again.
Yep. It's funny. Yeah, you are able to search the. I assume you're just searching those until you take your rest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go ahead and roll a investigation check.
Well, I'm ass at that. Let's go.
At least it's not a strength skill.
Ooh, 18.
18.
Turns out you're not as ass as you thought.
He turns
Well, I got
out
19. I got -1.
Oh.
I mean, that makes sense. I'm sure you've spent a lot of hours putting books away and etc. in your other monastery. In your home monastery
Oh no,
and
that's
such.
that was one of the parts on the backstory. He is interested in reading. He may not be the smartest, but he definitely like wants to read anything that has to do with adventure.
Right. Yeah, you're kind of looking, and you do find some writing about a shadow creature. And it kind of like describes kind of what you thought. It's like a copy of a copy of like a copy kind of thing. Even though
Yeah.
they do keep very good records, but it's secondhand knowledge written down secondhand.
Yeah, of course.
And you do find information on it. And they are literally called shadows.
That's not very helpful.
And they are vulnerable to radiant, which you already knew. They are extremely stealthy if they are in a place that has shadows. Extremely not stealthy in places that don't, and weaker in the sun. Their attacks also have a tendency to reduce your strength. They are
Well,
not.
at least I already knew that part.
Yeah. They are also very amorphous. And can get into pretty much anywhere. It's said that they at one point people tried to use, like, every once in a while a mage will try to like summon one to use to kill someone, because the only evidence they leave behind is the like the bluish, like, cold touch when they attack. But when they die, they completely dissipate. And if they're summoned, they dissipate whenever the summoned ends. But it doesn't say where they're from or what kind of creature, like what particularly they're from. Whether or not they're like, it's unclear whether they're just like summoned creatures or if they're actually like a creature from a different plane or somewhere else. It's not sure on that.
All right. I mean, that's really enough information. I'm just gonna hold on to that book for or the book or the scroll or whatever to show the guard whenever they come to like question or find me. Show them what I found.
Sure.
Outside of that, I feel like he is probably pretty content and feels it's about time for a rest.
Yep. Very true. The other two, you Ryuk and Bucket, you get food and alcohol. They don't try to, like, doesn't seem like they're trying to like hold back either. Like, you know, the food that they give you is really nice. Like one of their best meals, according to, you know, Daryl.
According to the owner, it's my best dish.
Yeah, according to the owner, it's the best dish. The current house special But it doesn't appear to be like oh yeah, like it's on like, you know, the town's guard is paying for it, so you don't get like the best stuff or anything like that. It appears to be very very straightforward.
Can Ryak like poke at the food a little bit, which he'll just like keep in his room and then rest once he's done? Like, I don't know how much time there is.
Certainly.
Or how much time that would be, whether that would be a short or a long rest.
Well, are you actually trying to like sleep, or are you just like in your room just like relaxing?
I gotta eat for a little bit and then actually try to sleep.
Okay.
Because like he has nothing better to do. And
Do you think you'd be able to fall asleep right away? Or do you think he'd still be like semi-scarred from shadows coming to
I
life
think
and
he'd
attacking
be
him?
scarred, but I think the fact that he's so tired from everything being
Just
so heavy
exhaustion. Yeah.
mixed with the exhaustion, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a good sleep, but it will be a sleep. Like,
What
that's
happened to
my
Daedalus,
thought.
by the way? Did he have to go?
Yeah, he disappeared a little bit ago and like threw his character out the window and then left.
I didn't know if he messaged Joe on about it.
No, he did not. I didn't actually hear him leave. But
He left shortly
yeah.
after you guided me to my room. Or to
Yeah.
Ryuk's room.
He may have had to go or something.
Yeah, that's fine. We're calling it here in a minute anyway. But yeah, you all make it and make it to your first long rest of the campaign. And that is where we will pick up next week as well.
Sounds good.
Cool. And that resets the point counters as well for spells. The long rest.
Yes. Give me
Should.
1 second though. All right, guys. What's going on here? Weird. All right, guys. Thank you to anyone who watches. I will be uploading these to YouTube as well, so I appreciate you if you are watching on there as well. I'm kind of new, not really new to DMing. I'm not the best at DMing. That's what we'll go with. But we're here. We're here for it. We're doing things. We're chilling with some friends. We will see you next week then, if you are here. We're streaming every Sunday on my Twitch for the game, twitch.tv/Johan64. Have a wonderful evening and good night.